2 minutes 30, plays 5 minutes. Firouzja has been exceptional throughout the entirety of the Esports World Cup, but you cannot be consistently playing against the best player in the world so far down on the clock. He recognizes this, of course. He would be a fool not to, but he has to do even more. He has to really dig deep now to try and come out on top.
All right, but we're going to see some forcing moves, so hopefully he will play faster. And look at that, Magnus plays an unexpected move, and Firouzja ready with his response, comes back with the knight. Bishop takes pawn, hits that rook. Will we see some simplification? Magnus Carlsen would be very happy with that. That knight on d4, far better than Firouzja's bishop on g2, if knight takes bishop, queen takes knight was to happen.
On the bright side, the white queen can at least finally get active. There is one check available for Firouzja. You still need to follow up. It's not going to be easy, but one active piece, then you can evacuate the white rook, get it out the way. This is, again, the best position he's had in a while, but he's just not trusting his instincts. There we go. It is a check. The black king runs. The rook does move. And Magnus still has some work to do. It's all about the black a-pawn, whether that's going to be quick enough to run down the board, or if Firouzja is able to create counterplay in time.
Still up a pawn. I love where he's placed his bishop. Magnus Carlsen has, taking away all the jumping squares from that white knight. Firouzja now threatening a checkmate in one. Watch out, move that rook away or defend it. He moves it to the 7th rank, making sure that h7 also remains protected.
The white bishop is so ineffective. It's just watching the action happen. There we go. It does retreat in the end. He's aiming to reposition it. I'm not sure exactly where. Maybe just on d3 as a defender. But Magnus getting closer and closer with his queenside play.
So many problems to solve. I was even thinking about what would happen if white had to play king h2, with the idea of bringing the bishop up to h3 to, you know, trade a bad piece for a good one. But you can't do that because of knight f3 check. It's so frustrating to try and unbind yourself from this position.
The queen on h6 stuck, the knight on e3 can't move forward. The bishop on f1, hard to imagine an active square here. Yes, you can go up the board, but no diagonals to cover there. The rook on a1 stopping the a-pawn from moving forward. Looks like paralysis for the white pieces in this position. Magnus makes an inaccuracy, but I think you take that, chuck it out of the window. It's just a move, passing the ball to Firouzja, knowing that he's reaching the 1 minute mark.
Yeah, unless we see a massive swing in eval, let's ignore those board annotations for now. That question mark, definitely because Magnus is playing quick moves for now. Good enough moves. We would call them the 80% type of moves where it might not be the best, but it's good enough not to change the eval at all. And he's only going to wait until Firouzja's down to that 30-second mark again before changing the pace. Black rook retreating, again, not creating any damage. He's just passing the ball back to Firouzja, and the red appears. It's bullet time.
It's bullet time, and Magnus has an idea. That rook could transfer itself to that left flank behind the a-pawn and start pushing it, which is why Firouzja was forced to bring back the queen, attacking that f6 pawn. Magnus does not repeat this. He's not going to bring his rook back. Whoa! He's sacrificing the f6 pawn.
He knows he can get the queens off the board. Next move, Magnus Carlsen, he's going to swing the black queen across to g7 in front of his own king. He's going to go for the trade. And Firouzja, if the queens disappear, it's all about the black a-pawn. 40 seconds, though. He needs to decide. Queens off the board or on the board. Just make a move.
But how do you decide? Both are equally bad. Also, you've got no time. Alireza Firouzja frozen with no good options on the board. He jumps in with a knight. Magnus, he can trade. And look at Alireza. It's almost like he's giving up.
Looks so frustrated. I've never seen him look this helpless, Alireza, on the camera. He can give a check with his bishop. He drops his queen. He drops his queen, Alireza Firouzja. It's a simple knight fork to end that game. The writing was on the wall anyway, but Magnus Carlsen takes the win. He's so close now.